Are you back? Yes, I am too. When it's a rock that you like, and you know, a good rock, and you don't want to waste it and all, once you get into the cortex, sometimes you have to get aggressive with trying to do good things, because see, I'm getting some sort of steep hits on this thing. So if I'm not careful, I'm going to lose a fair amount of width in attempting to deturtle this thing. Deturtling is a trademark expression in some country, but I'm not sure which one. Maybe. I heard a rumor. Yes, I'm kidding. No, why do you ask? If I'm not allowed to say that stuff, then, you know, I didn't say it, and if I did, I'm filming from an island with no government or something, I don't know. I'm rambling because I'm tired. I didn't sleep with a who last night. Okay, so we're trying to do good right here. We're trying not to blow up the edge because we need it to go. Will it go? We're not sure. Support, support, support. Good thoughts. You say, well, you're isolating that and then you're grinding it, and that makes no sense. Well, true, but if you're not going to hit an isolation on the other side, don't have a knife sharp isolation on one side of a platform, because then when you hit it, it can torque and break and fail on one side first, and then who knows where that flake is going to go? Who on earth really knows? Do you know? No, you don't. Dug it in there. You know why? Because I was thinking of that song. Lie beside me on the sand. No, that's rub it in. Never mind. Short beveling flake to raise this a little bit to come back here like a big dog winner. If we can get that, gotta get this abrasive broken in. Cortex off there. I have to push hard on this ridge, because what I've got here, as you can see, is a steep ramp, which normally would launch me into outer space coming up like this and put a beveling flake about like that, when in fact I want it to run down here and cut through all of that just about halfway. Is that possible? Maybe. Probably not. Ran there. That was one of them moments you only have a few times in life. Really memorable. I'll be thinking about this day years from now, and glad y'all was here with me. Big pressure needed on this, because again, as is our usual way, we are doing this 100% wrong. This does a dog leg, so I got to hit around the corner and up. It's crazy. Only a fool would try this. And only a fool would hit off to the side of the platform and then hit it again without regrinding. Here's the deal. That's not a bad flake, and the reason is it created a better contour along here, and this is all wrong anyway, and it lowered that some, so it doesn't hurt anything. It didn't help hugely, but it didn't hurt either. Now we're trying to, that's no good for anything. That one ran all the way down to there, straightened itself out. Can't hit this, this is just chalk. I need a platform that's not chalk platform. So I got that lowered too much. Come back up with it, and now I stole part of my ridge by hitting it wrongish. Oh well. Fine. Fine. Straight down, off the pad, beside the chalk, raising the edge a little. Why? Because nothing else I can do with these little hangy downer things. This is scaring me. I need assistance. The bat signal or something. Wait, can I say that? I don't know. All right. I really kind of need this knot to fail. Is that optimal? Oh, heck no. I'm squeezing this like a big dog. I'm squeezing it mainly in the back of my hand to try and get major power off a downward hit. And I'm trying to hold this together like it's no tomorrow. And then hit it. I was just not able to generate the speed I needed with that bigger billet. And that's called Wimp Factor 6, Mr. Sulu. Wait, can I say that? When you got stuff like that and you're doing this, you gotta hit straight down because you'll kick it up in if you don't. Okay, I've got a little seam looking thing here, but I'm gonna assume that that's healed and hope that I'm correct, because if I'm not, it's big trouble. So, dang. This is weird looking right in there. I'm gonna hit it, what the heck. It was healed. All right. That out of the way and try and use the old abrader. Need no knife edge there because this is important. You know, you only sometimes get one chance at a flake that you know is going to run well if you do it right, and that you're just like you need that flake. I don't know, it seems like that lipped off. It seems like maybe 6 or 8, you know, flakes in every reduction that are just more important than others. That was a punt. It didn't do well, but I can come along here. But this is not set up prettily at all, but I just made a bad little bump there. I have no ridge right in here. This is a high point. If I was lucky and push hard on here, this thing may come down here and fan out and actually take that off, but it doesn't really matter because I can hit that from there. So really all I'm trying to do is I still got a 2.5, 3 inch thick turtle here. Holding the back edge. That's one of them flakes you need to happen. You don't want to, you know, miss strike that one and miss it and damage it or whatever. You don't want to do that. It did spread out and it did get some of that, but now this is more dangerous. I'm probably going to hinge that right there. And again, I may get past it. You can see where it's tried to hinge and rolled out, but it came on a little bit further. I wasn't pushing real hard on that. You don't want to push too hard on something like that. When the contour's not right, don't go for too much. you can get away with a lot just by having the mass of the piece sitting down on your fingers. You don't have to squeeze on a deal that's still this big. I can hold the back really well and just have my fingers lay in here, and the weight of the preform will make the support I need sometimes. Okay, so we have turtle here, no turtle here. And so what I need to do is, I can't attack turtle up here on this side, so my options are used from about here around here to attack that, and they're all steep. So the first thing is, we would like to do a little bit of good by bringing these, we want to raise this edge a little bit, but there's no point in just beveling just little real steep flakes on there, because we still have lots of thickness. So I've got cortex here, so I can't hit there at all right now. I'd have to remove that. And I can do that by going backwards again. Let me show you that one more time. I'm trying to get all the cortex off of the bottom edge here, because that's where I'm going to hit. See that big hump? See all this? I'm going to try and remove some cortex while at the same time maybe reducing that hump a little bit if the flake goes well. At any rate, I'll get some of the cortex off, but if it runs well, it'll take off, it'll lower that some too. Hit it a little bit, I didn't get it on the flint. I got a kind of a bevel on this and a bevel on that, so I got to get on top of it more and hit downward and actually sacrifice the edge. Still didn't work, failed. Coming over here, sturdier. Still didn't work. So now, you're like, okay, maybe I'm dampening and not getting initiation by this, so I'll freehand it and try and pull it into my palm of my hand and hold it well and get it with the side of this. Still didn't go. Dang, battering that sucker. So now it's all damaged. Okay, so we're embarrassed, it's all damaged. What do? We leave it alone to remind us not to do that crap. I'm gonna come over here. But again, now I've upped the ante over here. I gotta try and make this one work. I'm gonna dorsal ridge abrade that. And push down on it, and it lowered it some. Okay, so we're gonna, you know, we're gonna up the ante by trying to come over here and lower that some. And I'm pushing on it. And so that, you know, is even lower than the previous one. So this is looking kind of okay in here now. Since we got that going on, I'm going to try and do it in here, but I've got to stay high enough with my platform and edge to undercut little boogers and stuff that are there. Okay, so we're okay down here. This is still a problem, but our punishment is to look at that for another few minutes, maybe. So now we're going to get tricky. We're going to try and shoot one from here all the way over here to do some of what would have been done by this if I'd done that right. This is not optimal contour because that's fairly low. I'm going to freehand this to try and get I'm not pushing in there, I'm really pushing on the hump. I wasn't pushing up here at all because I figured I could get it going. I was pushing back on the hump. And it came all the way over here. And it got rid of a fair amount of what I was attempting to over there. So now, see how this is all boogered up? You're like, how do you fix that? The answer is you don't. I'm gonna work around it. And the reason is I could fix it, but I don't know how damaged, how deep it is, and because I'm so indecisive, I haven't decided what sort of nothing I'm making, and I would like to keep some of the width if possible. So what I'm gonna do, just for fun, is attack it from here. But in order to do stuff like that, you have to have a degree. I got that edge way too thin by hitting at the angle I did. So I won't coarse abrade it too much. I'll go to a finer abrader. Back and forth to make it stronger. And I'm going to tap on this because I don't want any burrs to cut that edge. Because I've got to hit a specific spot here. What the heck was I doing? Oh. I got to hit a specific spot. I need a support. That's okay, but it's fairly flat. You know, it's not really much convexity. This is where I need pressure. So, oh crap. I got to come with my pinky and put the pressure on it. And then hit it. I mean, you know, you have to have confidence or don't do it and figure something else out. But as you can see, it worked very well. And cut off almost all that problem. And I might have enough edge left here. I'm going to take a tiny little downward tick on this ridge. Well, it hinged on me because it was weak and let go. So I'm going to try and hit that and put my pressure on there and just sort of, it failed into there. So it you know, it was really at a oblique angle, so I couldn't hit it straight on because I didn't want to come over this way. So I tried to hit that way with it. Let's try it again. I think at this point it's a thin edge and there's enough mass here, but that cracked to under there, so who knows, but yeah, I got some of it gone. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can knock off this lump, and then I'm stopping on this piece because you got the concept here. And you know that this is okay. Now that's gone. That's hinged up, so we're still embarrassed and have to fix that. And we're going backwards and undercutting it. So it's gone. So, you know, let's see, are there any other big hits I'll do? Yeah, we'll do a couple more. Yes, I know a lot of people don't do all this abrading. But then again, how many people have freeze cracked? Dang, I keep making mistakes that I don't want to leave on it. Dang, I keep making mistakes. Dang, see I hinge all those? You know why? Thin edges, not ground. Light percussor. High speed. Edge fails. Get a hinge. Wonder why. Reason why is obvious. The reason why isn't obvious, then you don't learn and you keep doing the problem. So, gotta figure them out. Know what I mean? Burn? That's all wrong. Uh-oh. I lost power. Now it's coming back on. What the heck happened? Well, it's still going on here. TV went out, phone stayed on. That's a sketchy thing. The storm must have got here. It's getting dark. Dang, I was wanting to show y'all something else. Okay, hang on. That's broke. That's damaged. Dang. Hang on. See this damage? Can't hit it. So we hit it from the side instead and get rid of a lot of it. And you got that idea. This thing, it's 21 minutes. I'll be right back.